Hello everyone. So following on from my previous few videos on the saga between USA Cricket and ACE, today's episode is about a significant development that has taken place. The ICC has suspended USA Cricket. Now this is a very significant but, to be honest, not entirely unexpected move. And it raises huge questions about the governance of the game in one of cricket's most important emerging markets, the USA. But here's the twist. Now, while the board has been suspended, the USA national teams will still play in ICC events, including the T20 World Cup in early 2026 and the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028. So the players are hopefully not impacted. So what exactly does this suspension mean? And why did it happen? And what comes next for cricket in America? So let's try and break this down. Now, to start with, USA Cricket has had a fairly turbulent history over the years. Look, since being admitted as an ICC associate member back in 1965 and then again in 2019, its journey has been marred by financial problems, boardroom fights, legal battles, disputes, and questions over governance or lack of governance. The ICC has already placed USA Cricket on notice back in July 2024, giving them 12 months to sort themselves out. Now, when the deadline came up in July 25, the ICC extended a 3-month lifeline, gave them a 3-month period, urging USA Cricket to hold free and fair elections and implement sweeping reforms. But it seems that the ICC has finally lost patience and voted to suspend USA Cricket with immediate effect. Now, the reasons given were, look, they were all serious. Number one, failure to implement a functional governance structure. Look, that's fundamental for any organization. Number two, lack of progress towards achieving national governing body status with the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee. This is a fundamental requirement for any sport to be included in the LA 28 Olympics. Number three, repeated actions that caused reputational damage to cricket, both in the US and globally. And the ICC, they said that, look, this action is unfortunate but necessary, describing this as a step to protect the long-term interests of the game in the USA. But the ICC also gave a small lifeline. Players and fans don't need to panic. The ICC has made it clear that this suspension will not affect the USA's participation in ICC events. The men's team will play in the 2026 T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka, and both the men's and women's teams are still on track for Olympic participation in LA 2028. Now, to ensure that players aren't caught up in the crossfire, the ICC itself will temporarily oversee the management and administration of USA's national teams. Now, this includes high performance programs, player development programs, and preparation, of course, for the Olympic Games. In other words, the athletes are being protected, even if the administrators are not. So, why did the ICC act now? Why did the ICC pull the trigger? Now, the backstory is also important. Look, over the past year, the ICC set up a normalization committee to draw up a 6-step roadmap for reform. This roadmap required USA Cricket to bring in 3 new independent directors. The existing board must step down. There must be fresh elections. The constitution of USA Cricket should be reformed. The USA should apply for official national governing body status with the US Olympic Committee, and finally, stabilize their governance before LA 2028. But it seems that USA Cricket failed to follow through. Look, various meetings have apparently taken place and, commitments were made, but the promised reforms, it seems, never materialized. So at the July AGM, of the ICC. The ICC reluctantly, it seems, gave USA Cricket one last chance. They specifically warned the USA board in writing that, look, do not jeopardize Olympic inclusion and do not bring cricket into disrepute. But it seems that, certainly in the ICC's view, USA Cricket didn't follow through and did exactly what they didn't want them to do. So, what does this suspension mean in practice? Well, firstly, USA Cricket's membership rights are frozen. They lose the ability to vote in ICC matters or exercise autonomy in running their cricket teams. Secondly, ICC appointed representatives, essentially a caretaker administration, will manage cricketing affairs in the United States for now. Thirdly, for the suspension to be lifted, USA Cricket must meet strict conditions laid out by the ICC through the Normalization Committee. These include demonstrable governance reforms, constitutional changes, and of course, compliance with Olympic requirements. And look, only then will their ICC membership be restored. Now, this isn't just about one country's cricket board. For the ICC, the United States is a key strategic market. It's home to Major League Cricket. It's got a growing fan base and, the hosting rights for LA 28. With cricket finally back in the Olympics, the USA has to be a showcase nation. And the ICC simply cannot afford ongoing instability at the top. At the same time, this saga is a reminder of the governance challenges cricket has faced in the USA for decades. From the expulsion of the old USACA in 2017 to the creation of USA Cricket to the latest suspension, it's been one setback after another. But look, there's also some optimism with the ICC directly overseeing team management. Players are shielded from politics. And if reforms finally take place and they finally stick, this could be the reset button that gives cricket in America a more stable and credible future. So, to wrap up, the ICC has suspended USA Cricket for failing to deliver on governance and Olympic readiness. The players, however, are safe. They will play in the 2026 T20 World Cup and in the LA 28 Olympics. But for the board, the message is clear. Reform or remain sidelined, remain suspended. So this is a significant moment for USA Cricket. If the reforms succeed, USA Cricket could finally become a stable force in world cricket. And if not, look, the ICC may be forced to take even more drastic steps, which would be unfortunate. Okay? Till next time.